Hello everyone, Laycro here. Today we got a spicy one, ladies and gentlemen. Really excited about this. Official creator was Etienne Corny. I think he won a small tournament in the Apex series. Um, so just on the other side of the globe. And now we're bringing this to YouTube. In his deck, I made a few tweaks here because I recorded the first video, to be honest, with 21 lands. There was an Armageddon in the main deck. Um, it it felt a bit clunky in terms of to get to properly 3 mana, 4 mana spells. And this deck is like literally the dream of Premodern. Like it plays all the good cards of Premodern. It plays Duress, Lightning Bolts, Nimble Mongoose. Um, we got Skittering Skirge as the primary or secondary beater next to Nimble Mongoose. Um, I love that the deck can play the best cards of Dead Guy Ale, which is Vindicate, Gerrard's Verdict, and also Phyrexian Arena. And my pet card, obviously, we can play Call of the Herd, as it also goes through when you have Skittering Skirge on the board, right? Um, so if we look at the mana base, though, it's yeah. So in the first test games, it was like really not easy to get to 3 mana every single time. We have 4 Mox Diamonds, 4 of Brass, 4 Gemstone Mine, 4 Reflecting Pool. Thran Quarry, which is basically a land that needs to be sacrificed end of turn if you don't have a creature in play. Then the Undiscovered Paradise, and it also plays 2 Wastelands, which is quite tacky in a five color deck. Um, we try to get also mental nodes to grow our Nimble Mongoose to a 3/3. Um, and this is basically the main deck. I do like the deck a lot. I play tested like 2 to 3 games. Was quite close, one against Dreadnought already, but we'll see how the games turn out. So if we look at the sideboard, I made a few tweaks here as well. I added Pernicious Deed because I think like if you have access to the kind of mana, you can definitely play it. And even though you're behind, it gets you back. And you can play a bit like more cautious with your threats, so you can hold them back and then resolve Pernicious Deed. Of course, it's somewhat of a number with Mox Diamond, but in this deck, if we can get to 3 mana plus then activate next turn, it's fine, or to 4 mana. So we got it to activate it on 1. I want to add the third Gerrard's Verdict because it's just in so many matchups too good to hold. Especially, I like it against Burn. And also against all kind of control decks. I added Earthquake instead of like I think Etienne played some 3 mana card that lets you pay life and then shoot damage based on the life um, you paid. I don't like that much. I think it's more of a pet card from his side, so I added Earthquake. I added Pyroblast and Blue Elemental Blast as it's like, of course, obviously you want to play 1/1/1/1. So Pyroblast, Hydroblast, Blue Elemental Blast, Red Elemental Blast. But nonetheless, I think it's really key to have those in control matchups or Blue Elemental Blast and Burn matchups. Then we have the fourth counterspell in here for control matchups. I love the Divert. I saw that in a deck list from Moritz from Moxforge, so I want to try that out as well. And then we have Ray of Revelation, Disenchant, and 2 Swords to Plowshares as additional removal. You can argue that you want to play 1 Disenchant and 1 Naturalize in order to blank Meddling Mage, but I think it's fine for the first iteration of the deck. So let's hop into the games and see how it goes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are here for round 1 and we are on the play. And this seems like a good hand. Good luck, have fun as well. Yeah, I think that's a keeper. I mean, normally if you have Thran Quarry and Nimble Mongoose, it definitely helps you like keeping the land on board, and it fixes your mana like pretty easy. Now I will also Mox Diamond, pitch the second Thran Quarry, and go for Duress turn 1. And it's a Golden deck. Okay. Turn 1 Lackey. And he has the Siege Gang, so we'll definitely block Lackey the following turn. But I do like, I saw a couple of iterations of this deck with Sylvan Library. But I had a long chat yesterday as we were coming back from the Trier event in Germany, and we had a long discussion around Phyrexian Arena instead of Sylvan Library, because most of the time, like you in the long run, it adds you more value than the Sylvan Library, in my opinion. So it's somewhat the better card. It's double black, of course, but we can live with that within this deck. So let's take a look here. We took the Naturalize, which is great because our arena lives, and see what the Goblin player does. I do think Goblin is a good matchup, especially after sideboarding. We get 2 blue blasts, we get Pernicious Deed, and so on. So there's the Lackey. And there's a second Mongoose. So I will definitely, like, I would do it anyway, but right now I think we need to always yield to this trigger. Yeah. And then we can get a Phyrexian Arena down. So I will take the trade. So Wooded Foothills and Caplusion Forest gone. No, Wooded Foothills is still in hand. Damn it. So we need to write down Wooded Foothills so we know. He can't do anything about Nimble Mongoose. Like, even his Cycler is not able to target this. Maybe he tries it right now and he top decked it, which would be hilarious. Pile Driver, sure. You got it, mate. And I think MTGO has some lags today. I'm sorry for that, because it takes some time to just insert the info. Maybe I will restart the client after this round. Is he offering the trade is the question. So he played the Lackey, War Chief next turn. Okay, he's not offering the trade. So I will draw 2. And there's the Skittering Skirge. So I will play Nimble Mongoose number 2. Undiscovered Paradise. We save a life here. Play the Skittering Skirge, and now we got our clock. Skittering Skirge, for those of you who don't know him, here it is. So if I play a creature spell, I need to sacrifice it, but it's a 3/2 flyer for 2 mana. And there's the War Chief. No attacks from his side, so we got another turn where we draw 2 cards. There's a Lightning Bolt. That's huge. Undiscovered Paradise and attack for 3. So obviously this deck with 4 Lightning Bolts, 1 Swords to Plowshares in the main, 3 Vindicate, has a lot of answers to, like, goblins per se. Now there's a ringleader, obviously. Or a Siege Gang, yeah. So let's see what he does here. Probably I need to... Yeah, I need to... Bolts here. And now he played the Siege Gang already, so I don't know what he has, but I will definitely like trade with the Lackey here. And he tries to raise me now, which is fine. Like, this is his only option. We got Duress, that's a dead draw, but we will cast it anyway. Ringleader and a Rishaden Port. So next turn he can also sacrifice like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I will actually play the Gemstone Mine and add a white, because I want to fill my graveyard here. I do think I need to, like, he can just shoot this down, so it doesn't really matter. So we need to draw something eventually out of this arena. And our draws were like land, Duress, and Bolt. Where Bolt is nice, but There's the ringleader. See what he gets. Mock Fanatic, Pile Driver. Oof. That's tough because they have both. They both got haste, so it's basically game. Yeah, that's game. You got it. So let's see what you would have drawn if the beautiful Modo is loading. That's so unfortunate because I want to see what I would have drawn. There we go. Another Duress. Okay, Vindicate, Nimble Mongoose. Yeah. So it would be Duress and Vindicate, and it wouldn't be enough for this big board here. So there, Earthquake shines, Pernicious Deed shines, Blue Elemental Blast shines. What I don't like is Counterspell, to be honest. Swords to Plowshares in. Verdict is fine, but he draws like with the ringleader, he's like adding value like crazy. And if he gets that from the top, it's insane. Divert is interesting here. I will play Divert in this one. But now let's make the cuts. And I don't like Duress here. Um, and I also don't like what else? Vindicate is a bit off. Like just to 3 mana to kill a 2/2 goblin. But I need all the removal I can get, but I added so much better removal. Yeah, let's try it like that. Let's try it like that. All right, on the play. Let's go. Triple Thran Quarry. Yep, that's a mulligan. All right, we can play with that. I will ship the Thran Quarry. I'm not 100% sold on this, but yeah, let's see. So I will kick it off with the Undiscovered Paradise. If he goes turn 1 Lackey, I need to Blue Blast eventually, but I will with untapping, not with countering. Okay, now we play a Reflecting Pool, and now all our mana is live. Okay, now we will destroy target red permanent. And if he has, like, of course, if he has Pyroblast, we will Blue Blast back. All right. My upkeep stop. Okay, mental node. I will all of these for black. There we go. And we got this, like, we got this covered by any sort of removal. War Chief. Sure. He's not offering the trade, that's odd. Another Skittering Skirge, okay. Crushing for 3. Undiscovered Paradise, number 2. Yes, so that's definitely a counter target red spell. Okay, I take 2. All right, so let's mental notes. Mill 2 lands, that's great. Another Skittering Skirge. So that's not that often that this happens. I will hold back this time because I want to trade. And for him, it seems like a good trade here. Another Siege Gang? Ringleader. That's a tough one. That's always a tough one. Pyrokinesis. Okay, that whiffs. That's awesome for us. I will trade here. Seems odd, but we need to do this. I don't want him to develop this board further, and we got so many Skittering Skirges here. It's not the best draw. All of these for black. Then we got the next one. So all of these are at the bottom, which is great because he has like, now he fetched, right? Yeah. So now we need to sort some sort of card advantage. If we look at our sideboard, yeah, we have so many life draws here, right? Best one would be Arena, obviously, but there's another one, sure. And a lackey. No attacks, okay. He got a clock. He got a clock. Okay, lightning bolts. I think we can't attack here, right? He has one card in hand. Best thing would be I trade one of these. I bolt the other one and I play Skittering Skirge and then go from there. So my board is then I would probably start attacking. But right now the 2 turns I would have attacked would have resolved in like me getting lower than him because his clock is just so much better. We probably need to draw like best draw Arena. Okay draw would be Call of the Herd. We got 3 of those in the deck. Another land from his side. He's not pushing through damage, is he? He is. Okay, that's great. So now I will... Actually, do we let this lackey... Like, he has one card in hand. I'm about to play poker here. Like, if we kill the lackey, take 4... He's not attacking when he has something in hand and he wants the lackey to connect, right? So I will take this risk here to just get rid of his hasters. Trade here. Let the lackey connect. Because he can play literally anything. Yeah, he could have played that as well. Like, it doesn't really matter. But of course, this blanks my Skittering Skirge, which is awful. And I don't know, like, he could have just played it afterwards and then do the same thing. So, tough one. He can just sack, like, Goblin tokens to get rid of my Skittering Skirge, so... Bummer. Earthquake is a life draw. Pernicious Deed is a life draw. Just need to survive, ladies and gentlemen. We are at 10. Another ringleader off the top? Well, yeah, sure. No big deal. Draws 3 cards. And he's not playing them? Okay. We just got crushed. There's a Thran Quarry. So, GG's. I would say, like, Nimble Mongoose. Like, all of our removal, like, literally, is at the bottom of our deck. Oof. Alright, guys, on to the next one. Alright, everyone, here we are again. And this is a keeper. Okay. On the draw, turn 1 depends. Nimble Mongoose or Duress. Birds of Paradise. Maybe it's also Bolt the Bird. Is it Bolt the Bird? I think. Are we? Is it annoying? I think we go Bolt the Bird. You always go Boltobot, right? That's what they told us for the last couple of decades. I have a feeling that those Duresses are not that great, depending on the matchup. It might be a... God damn it. Uh, we go Thran Quarry. We need to go Nimble Mongoose. And then we can... Duress. A little bit too late now. Yeah, so now it's all creatures, as assumed. Okay, so we got Birds of Paradise. So Mana Dog. Wall is annoying for this deck. Depends, like, I can go with Skittering Skirge. Normally, survival decks have the only removal that they have is Bone Shredder, but this plays white, so they have swords. I really do love like Thornscape Apprentice. Such a nice card. But let's see where the arena takes us, right? Alright, there's the wall. And there's the discard of the bird. Or the discard of the apprentice? No, discard of the bird, right? Discard of the apprentice, okay? You got it. You never know, right? If you have like forest bird, the best play is not to the rest turn one, is it? Or is this a learning for me? I don't know. Anger? Sure. Um, okay, another arena. Obviously, we play an arena here. Hello? Is this bugged? Need to have double black. Want to have a triple black. Play that arena. Okay, now we're good. And this Nimble Mongoose looks a bit sad. Sad little Nimble Mongoose. What can one do against a wall full of roots, right? All right, he has the anger in the graveyard next turn. He doesn't have a mountain yet. So I'm a bit confused with this take on getting anger as soon as possible, but let's see. I'm not the pilot of this deck, so I think Grease Monkey will know. Squee makes more sense. There's the mountain. Okay. There's haste. Okay. 3 cards in hand. Discards the Squee. Gets a Yavimaya Granger. Plays the Granger, gets a land. Now we're just ramping here. Sure, take the 2 here. Can I find something to get rid of this survival, please? That's a Mox Diamond. I mean, the rest is just dead. I will play Mox Diamond in order to get another card in the graveyard. I will... Actually... I don't think Call of the Herd is the right play, so I will play another arena. Because we have so many efficient 1-mana spells here That my feeling is that we just need to redraw cards in order to get control of the board, and then I mean we got plenty of answers to this survival, right? But maybe it's too late this time. There's the rift. So though we know no card in his hand except for Squee. So survival Squee. What is it? 6 mana available, so it might be something big already. Okay, he wants to destroy one arena, sure. That makes sense. Yup. Nothing else? Okay. There's the counterspell. So for this, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Do I want to keep up counterspell here? So we got 6 cards in the graveyard. Have I any urge to play this Call of the Herd? I mean, we can sit here. There's no pressure. Like of course, he can go haste something, yada yada yada. But we have a counterspell is better than Call of the Herd in that scenario, in my opinion. And he has literally any mana of the world and access to his whole deck. Another mana. So 3 unknown in hand. What surprised me is that last turn there was only this monk coming and nothing more, which is a bit odd. Seems a bit odd to me. Maybe he has no other creature card, so I should Duress? I don't know. Achroma? Sure. Discard Achroma. Shapeshifter? No. Karmic Guide. Nice combo. And that's why we kept up Counterspell. That's exactly why we are playing Counterspell on this deck. He can probably find just another Karmic Guide next turn. But yeah. Let's see. Draw 2. Mox Diamond. Pitch a card. Now we got a 3/3 at least. At least we got a 3/3. Let's take a peek. Sylvan Library, land. Okay, but he can literally find anything he wants here. And we need to build pressure right now. So, Nimble Mongoose in your face. Come on. Block with your face. And then we got blocks with the wall. Okay. Fair enough. Get all of these for green and white. Elephant and double draw next turn. So let's see. He has still, like, he can find Comic Guy if he has 2 of those. Probably he has. Yeah, that's the second one. That's a nice combo, by the way. First strike, Vigilance, Trample, black and red. Is there any answer that we have? Black and red? No. We got a Vindicate. I don't think so. Comic Guide. Nice. Nice combo. Really love the deck. And we draw double ends, obviously. Okay, let's go to the next one. Um, so we need Ray, Disenchant. I don't want to overboard here, right? But let's just like the sword was our only option for Chroma. I don't really like bolts. Like against bird, yeah. Rather take. Don't like that. Pernicious Deed is nice. Counterspell is okay-ish. Yeah. Other than that, we need to make cuts, right? 3 cuts. Yeah. I hate the Duress, to be honest. I mean, obviously, we can hit survival, but that's very like, what are the odds, right? Turn 1 Duress, okay, fair. Turn 2, it's already there. We got Disenchants, we got Ray. I like the 4th counterspell here. Um, yeah, I think we can go with that. Mental note in there. I actually like the Gerard's verdicts. Do I? No, I think we're fine. I think the Gerard's verdict is not that great because it gets him like potentials in the graveyard that he gets back with Genesis, for instance, or something like that. So, all right, here we go. Yeah, why not? It's not the best hand, but can start with City of Brass, turn 2 Thran Quarry, Skittering Skirge, and we got a Pernicious Deed for. And that's the main challenge with Thran Quarry. Like, this is tough in this deck because you play 8 creatures. Um, and it dies end of turn if you don't have any creatures anymore. So it's a major drawback. But I like the artwork. Alright. There's a potential bolt over there. Reflecting Pool. That's better. Because now we can Gerrard's Verdict first. Ping. Okay. Hey, hey, hey. Alright. Ping me first. Thank you. And then we add white and we Gerrard's Verdict. Let's see what he discards. If it's Anger and Squee, I'm gonna cry. I had a test game. Okay, he discards Genesis and Survival. So that means he has a second Survival. Um, which is fine. I mean, we can Pernicious Deed, turn after, just blow up everything. I had a test game against Madness, right? And I was like, Mox Diamond, I think Mox Diamond, City of Brass, turn 1 Duress Verdict, and he discarded 2 Root Waller. And I was like, okay, maybe I scoop now. um, okay, Thran Quarry, Skittering Skirge. Do we? Yeah, we do. I could have also played Grand Coliseum. I added this, by the way, just to make the deck more consistent in drawing enough lands, and now it feels at least like we draw enough lands every single turn. And now he gets 2 activations of survival with 4 cards in hand. And of course, with Pernicious Deed, I also blow up Skittering Skirge. But I think on the long run, now he plays Wall of Blossom, so he can activate once, and that's fine. He can activate. Okay. If he swords, that would be best case scenario. Not best case, but okay. Okay. We got Counterspell. That's great. So now let's just swing. And I don't think I want to play Pernicious Deed yet. Like, I want to keep up Counterspell. And now just add the Colosseum. Maybe. Yeah, the Genesis was a read, right? So I would say with a fetch of his, and he will definitely fetch once. This is a five turn clock. Five turn clock, we have a counterspell, that's the fetch. I could have boarded out Wastelands, I think. But I have seen Brushlands, right? So Angel, alright. Squee, sure. Makes sense. Mongoose, okay. That's the follow-up later on. Like, if we can take 3 damage every single turn, I'm totally fine by that. I will play Wasteland here. I won't hide it. Makes it a 4-turn clock. Discard Squee. If he goes for the combo, that's... Okay, that's Anger, sure. If he wants to set up the combo again, and we have, like, Counterspell and then Pernicious Deed, that should be enough. To win the race, at least. So you can race him during, like, while he's setting up the combo. He's playing very slowly. Like, from the clock you can see. Like, there's a lot of time going into thinking, probably. Anger in the grave, so everything has haste. Birds, which is basically free mana. Like, I don't get it. Like, in just my opinion, right? So you discard, like, you get bird first when you got haste in order to just make a lot of mana, and then you basically utilize survival multiple times a turn to set yourself up, and that's basically it. And now he chumps with the bird. He can get the bird back, but okay. Discard Squee, what does he get? There's the Acroma. Now he has a Chroma in hand next turn. I want to play Pernicious Deed out. Black, green, 1. The the main thing here is, do we want to get rid of all of this right now? And I think the answer is yes, because if we can get rid of those two right now, he's stuck with an Acroma in hand and with his green next turn. I'll just try it. Like, I don't think that we can win otherwise. So let's just do that right now. And then play a Nimble Mongoose afterwards to get the clock going. Of course, we don't have Counterspell up, but I bet that his hand is so clunky right now with the Chroma and all this other stuff that we might have a shot here. Of course, he can pay a lot of life every single turn, a lot of mana every single turn with Genesis to get like the proper cards back, like creatures back, such as Wall or something like that. But then it takes a turn, right? Tormund Script, sure. Another survival, obviously. So this whole plan was just backfiring. Well, there's an arena. Arena's always great. And Moto is a bit laggy today. So we can play Arena, hold up Counterspell. Sorry guys, that's not my Wi-Fi, that's probably... so I will tap black, Arena. And probably he has a Disenchant or something like that. But I will go for the counter war there, actually. Get him for one. Toman's Crypt is holding this Mongoose back, apparently. 3 cards in the graveyard. Yeah. Plus flashback, so I don't want to fight for this, to be honest. Like, he can always flash that back. We play so many disenchant effects, man. This is crazy. Like, haven't found a single one of those. Because this is the current sideboard and we have so much more in the deck. Wow. Like 2 disenchants, 3 vindicates, and so on and so forth, right? Just heavy. We have drawn way too many lands here. Yup. Bird. Sure. Bird, you got it. Now he has 5 mana for the Karmic Guide next turn. So he can discard a Chroma right away and then go for Karmic Guide. And if I counter the Karmic Guide, he goes for another one and we have the same thing as in game 1. Doesn't feel great. The deck feels a bit clunky. Like we need to really like look at when we can actually play Thran Quarry. What? Why? Why? I'm confused. What is happening? He has sent me a message. Haha, oops. What the hell? What is going on, guys? Okay, we would have found the Ray of Revelation. Fair enough. I say I'm confused. Um, the the problem with that is I actually think he still wins. It depends. Let's see. So now we got Ray of Revelation. So we would have killed it anyway. So we will kill the next one. Unfortunately, we haven't found like, okay, what is he writing me? The non-optional destroy enchantment on the monk. Yeah, uh, that's why I'm confused. All right. Mm, okay, we got the counterspell still. Um, we're just having a nice chat. Meanwhile, he's mentioning like I'm asking why he's picking that one in the first place. Like against what? I don't have anything on the board. There's the comic guide. There's my counterspell. And then now he concedes. Okay. Well, all right. That was the second game. A bit of an odd one. I do need to point out that if we take a look at the deck list, we actually, like, after sideboarding, right? We would have had so many access, like Disenchants, Ray, we had the Vindicates, never draw any one of those. Um, yeah, it's a bit strange to me, but let's go for the next round. All right, guys, next round on the play. And I think that's a keep. Like turn one double Nimble Mongoose. Or do we make the same mistake again by not playing Duress turn one? Uh I can feel it. But we are on the play. Right now, like I don't care, right? We just play that one. Discard Gemstone Mine, actually, and play double Nimble Mongoose. It's a straight start, but we can follow it up with Duress, take what's most annoying, and then Richard and Port turn one. Black Vice. Well, that's the wrong. The wreck would have been better against me. Okay, so now we can the rest you. Okay, question. He can Wasteland next turn. Howling Mine is actually fine. I take the Sphere. Um, Crush in. Because the Sphere is actually annoying since we have a lot of 1 mana spells that we want to use efficient. Now we get Metal Worker. I will bolt this one, definitely, 100%, thank you. Modo Lax. Again. Tough one. Yeah, we need to get rid of this, 100%. I mean, his hand is then... he had Wasteland in hand. Sphere I took. This one I took. Richard and Potent we know. So one unknown. Mental Note is nice. We will play that right away because I want to draw land for next turn. Duress, yeah, I take Duress. Take the Howling Mine. And now we swing in for 6. Mental Note MVP. So now let's see. You can of course like waste my land if he plays a land after City of Traders. Now he can play the Karn. He can't play the Karn yet, right? Yeah, yeah. And that's the game. This is how fast it could go. Potentially it can go. But now we need to find answers to to artifacts. So Mud, maybe Counterspell? I don't know. Swords to Plowshares. Eh. To be honest with you guys, I haven't played against Mud frequently. So I know that like we want to handle this Metal Worker, we want to handle all the tax artifacts, like Tanglewire for instance is horrible. So Pernicious Deed is always great. Phyrexian Arena is also great. Swords to Plowshares, I still will keep one. I think I want to get rid of Lightning Bolts and replace with Swords. And then I want to also get rid of the tough one. I think that's a bit too expensive. Take out one Call of the Herd because I think it's too slow. And I think Counterspell is too expensive as well. Maybe that's the wrong. Yeah, they tax our mana so hard, so we need to try to be faster. And now on the draw, it's a bit more complex. only reactive hand. Thran Quarry's dead. I don't like Thran Quarry is a tough one. Oh mal. Uh, yeah, yeah, can keep this. Mm. Turn 1 Duress Verdict. Turn 2 hopefully draw a land and then Phyrexian Arena. Yeah, I get rid of the Duress here. Like Gerard's Verdict turn 1 is great. He has fast mana so he can. Hopefully he's not playing Ancient Tomb into Sphere. Holy my. Sure. I mean that does everything we want. Now we have Mox Diamond, Thran Quarry, Gemstone Mine, and Verdict. I mean the Verdict is not that nice because it draws 2 cards each turn. But we do as well, so. And then with Phyrexian Arena we draw even more. Winner Orb A. What's the other card? Okay. Yeah, I think it makes sense against because he saw another Holding Mine. Okay. And it's Fear of Resistance. Alright, we drew a lot of cards here. So I don't think I need to play Phyrexian Arena anymore. Um, I will use the end of turn to disenchant his Fear. Because I want to be mana efficient again. And I think he plays, like he will 100% play something like Black Vice to win the game. Which makes sense. 4 mana. And we need to note he's at 14, right? That is good for us. If we draw Skittering Skirge, stuff like that. Now there comes a Karn, 100%. 5 mana's Karn time. Smokestack, a... Yeah. Do I want to? I'm not that afraid of Smokestack at the moment. Maybe that's wrong. I want to disenchant. Because it's so slow and we draw so many cards, yeah. We have so much removal against this. I will sack 0 Smokestack cards. Okay. So here we go. I will play Mental Note first, I think. Okay. I do think I wanna Duress. Powder Keg, Masticore, Mishra's Factory. Okay. Then we'll like 4 mana next turn. We'll definitely need to Verdict him. So now he has 0 cards in hand. He draws 3 though. And Smokestack will get rid of lands if he wants to put a counter there. I was 100% sure that we will draw out of this by just getting another disenchant effect. But let's see. At least we don't need to fight a Masticore. We got 2 swords to Plowshares, so wouldn't be a big deal, but Sphere? Ah, annoying. Yep, now we will sack the Reflecting Pool. Alright, yeah, I mean, those are not the right draws, unfortunately. We'll discard the Thran Quarry for now. And we have tripled swords to Plowshares. Maybe that was the wrong call. But how is he winning, right? He's winning with Blackwise or with Karn and attack and yada yada yada. Is he putting another counter? No, he does. He's not. Okay. Come on, play a big creature. Wasteland. Sure. Okay, now he strips us off of mana. Yeah. I could have floated mana, but he would just skip. Alright, so we sacrifice Mox Diamond. Now we play Wasteland. Now we are locked, like both of us are locked, basically. So now we'll get rid of Phyrexian Arena, 1 swords. I mean, he can still sack the Howling Mines, draw out of it, and I'm basically locked, am I? If he keeps that smokestack, it depends if he keeps the smokestack. But I think that's a lock. Okay. Now I get out of the lock by just, like, I can cast Duress next turn. Or Swords to Plowshares. Yep. Okay. Yep. I will sack a permanent. Alright. I don't care, to be honest, which land we gonna use here. Too many cards in hand. Vindicate is a thing where we will never reach. Now he gets rid of the smokestack, so now we are back in the game. I think we're back in the game. Like, depends. But we drew so many cards, and this is unfortunately the wrong land to play there. Was a mistake by me. Oh, if he wastelands, awesome. Come on, wasteland me. Thran Dynamo, that's a great card. Yep. All the mana. Wow, he locks me out of the game. I don't think we can win from here, so we scoop it up. Go to the next one. Okay, so what I learned is I don't like the Swords to Plowshares that much, but neither do I like anything of this because it's too expensive. Um, I think I like the Gerrard's Verdict. I know this sounds stupid, but I'll also play. I think we need to play Counterspell in this matchup. Yeah. All right. On the play, finally. So we got Disenchant, Skittering Skirge. That's I would say a great hand. Like if he starts with, so we start with Grand Coliseum. If he starts turn 1 Sphere, of course that's annoying because we don't have like a Duress or something like that. Sphere, Mindstone. Come on, Mindstone. Yes. Okay. Total Scripture. So now we can play Reflecting Pool and Skittering Skirge. And now next turn we got Disenchant for 3, so if he plays Sphere, or Vindicate for 3. And I think I will definitely Vindicate his land, depending on what he does. Or keep up Counterspell. Those are my options. City of Traders, sure. So now he has 5 lands already. 6 mana. Howling Mine. Holy, holy. Holy, holy mines. Not howling, but howling. Alright. Yes, so Mox is the first thing I will do. Pitch an Undiscovered Paradise, go for a Gemstone Mine, and crash in for 3. And I do think I want to get rid of 1 Howling Mine, so we got the advantage and he does not. And then for the future we can leave up Counterspell. And then next turn we draw 2. I think like drawing 2 is fine. Drawing 3 is something that I don't want because he has more fast mana than I have. I think we still like we should not bolt the we should not board the bolts out every single time there's a Karn, so we counterspell that. We draw 2. He's literally our arena. Alright, so counterspell is awesome. We will play Verdict. Most favorite card. Beautiful. Double Metalworker. We got the counterspell still. He's at 8. He draws 2 cards. Tangle Wire. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I will counterspell. Do I? Yeah, I think I need to. Because it locks me up. Like, I have Vindicate for the following turn. We draw 2 anyway. Still 2 counterspells left. Yeah, there we go. That's the match. Nice. Alright. Guys, see you in the next round. Most of the time, Skittering Skirge is enough. Just a good card. Alright, hello everyone. Next round. Nah. This is a keeper. I think we can get rid of 1 Mox Diamond here. Can we? The main thing is we have 2 reflecting pools. If we go double Mox Diamond, we have everything unlocked. I think we can get rid of 1 Mox Diamond. Yeah, if we draw land, we got. Let's start with the Mox Diamond reflecting pool. Say go. I don't want to hold back on the reflecting pool, to be honest. Gemstone Mine, Duress, Dark Ritual. Drinker of Sorrow. When this deals combat damage, sacrifices a permanent. Okay. Well, do I want to like get rid of this right now? I think I let him sacrifice a permanent and just develop our board because we have the lightning bolt, right? And of course, like next turn they can't go enchantment +2/+2 lifelink trample, armadillo cloak. So yeah, the only thing that can go wrong here is them duressing us. But I'm happy to take the 5 damage here, just for them to, just to get rid of 1 permanent of his. And this can't block, damn it, I'm reading this too late. Otherwise, he would have been at 19. Yeah, not that familiar with the Drinker of Sorrow matchup, to be honest. I've seen the deck like twice right now, but to be honest, you don't see it like quite frequently in the meta. Such a funny card. I like it. So 1 green in the pool. He bounces his land back. 2 mana available, let's see. Like if he attacks with the Drinker of Sorrow, then we literally, like, he needs to sacrifice this land. When he plays Sarcomancy, of course it gets annoying. Because Sarcomancy, he can just sack for the Drinker of Sorrow. And it's basically a +1 for him. But if we do draw a land, we can Gerrard's Verdict, which is pretty good in this matchup apparently. Rancor is fine. He can sack the Rancor then afterwards to just get it back in hand. Yeah, no blocks. So he sacrifices the Rancor. Rancor comes back. He can play it again? Sure. Alright. Nah, not a good draw. So we will attack. Wait until his combat step. And then Lightning Bolt the Drinker of Sorrow. There's no need to do it main phase. Can just wait. Maybe this version needs 4 mental node, because we need to find a way to be quicker when it comes to mill cards. I thought about Mulch, but Mulch is really bad because it's just a sorcery 2 mana mill 4, which will make it like faster, but it's if it would be an instant, then I would definitely consider it. But with the constraints being sorcery, I don't think that's the right use for this deck. Still have an upkeep stop. I can get rid of this. Swamp. Right, now we will Lightning Bolts. Rancor back in hand. Doughty. There's a Gemstone Mine, so now we can white, black, Verdict. Verdict into Verdict is fine. If we can get like lands out of it. Also, all of this, his creatures are not blocking. So now we got 3 cards in the graveyard, potentially 4 next turn or 5. Alright, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, we're in the exact same spot. He's really thinking. Okay, so he discards Cabal Therapy, Smother. Smother is literally dead against those Nimble Mongooses. And Cabal Therapy, sure. I mean, if he wants to sacrifice the Doughty in order to get rid of something. Like, there's no way he's going to name Gerard's Verdict here. He's playing very slowly again. Like, those are steps where he can just, like, he can't do anything, right? So, just take the damage, mate. He's winning the clock, though. And now he has, like, Rancor on this and stuff like that. He's not playing Rancor on this? Okay. I'm a bit confused here. Like, I would have played Rancor on this. Maybe as a 3-drop. Yeah. Call? Sure. So now we get rid of the Rancor, which is huge, right? But we need to find a way to get life back, plus then have a removal spell for the elephants, because this is quite annoying for us. But we have so many removal spells also after sideboarding. With double swords to plowshares against this deck. I do think that I will bring in Pernicious Deed as well, just to have more answers here. But let's see. Thran Quarry A. So here we go with Verdicts. Get rid of his Rancor, which is annoying for him. And we get 3 life back, which is also key. So now we can't attack. Like, we need 1 mental nodes. Then we have 6, we need 7. Yeah, we take 5 down to 9. But he just drew a land and played it. So any removal spell is golden here. Mental node is golden. Arena would be kind of slow. We have 4 lightning bolts, 1 sword, 3 Vindicate. Can flash back the Call of the Herd, which is annoying. We can draw Call of the Herd, which would be okay-ish. At some point we need to trade one of the Nimble Mongooses with the Elephant token. But after this he's out of gas. So hopefully that doesn't... Sure. Alright, there's the lightning bolts. So do I kill the elephant and just swing for 2? We get 5, go down to 4, and then hope? I think that's the right play, right? Because we can't block this one. We can chump, but I'm not open to chump right away. If we can draw another removal spell, we're fine. Fine-ish. Go down to 4, so this is 2-turn clock. He drew another land. We drew another land. So now it gets awkward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Maybe we should have gone with double Mox Diamond instead of Mox Diamond land, just to fill the graveyard for Nimble Mongoose. Tough call. Tough call. And a Rancor? Okay, this is game. Alright, onto the sideboard. Alright, so we bring in Pernicious Deeds. We bring in Earthquake, actually. 2 swords. And then one can argue that the Ray is good. I think the Ray is not bad, since it gets rid of a Rancor or something like that. So what we trim down here is Counterspells, 1 arena, or even 2 arenas. And then I don't like the Duress in this matchup. Maybe one can argue about like I do like Divert because he like we can change. It's a bit of a spicy one, right? But it's better than the Duress, I think, because it will change this his rancor to my Skittering Skirge or to my Call of the Herd. Let's see. That's a spicy one I said before. So Gerrard Verdict is fine. Vindicate is also fine. And we got all of those removal spells, right? All of those, lightning bolts, another sword, 3 swords, 4 lightning bolts, earthquake, double pernicious deed, triple vindicate. If that is not enough, I don't know. Against a creature heavy deck. All right. And that's a keeper. We got double Skittering Skirge with it, which is a bit off. But we have the removal, we have the ray to get rid of his enchantments. And we will kick it off with City of Brass, I assume. Or Gemstone Mine? Nah, City of Brass is fine. City of Brass, you go. Okay, what is happening over there? Okay. I was shocked. Duress, sure. Can take the lightning bolt here. Because there's no world that we will take the ray. Yep. We get the reflecting pool. So now, question being, do we play Nimble Mongoose first or just go with Skittering Skirge? I think we go with Skittering Skirge. God damn it, City of Brass. City of Brass on Moto is so annoying. Okay, there we go. If he has a removal spell for this, like, we can then follow it up with Nimble Mongoose into Skittering Skirge. Sure. We got the faster clock, mister. Vindicate. Do I want to Vindicate right now and Vindicate his land? Or do we Vindicate the Doty? Or do I even keep up Ray? Because I'm not that scared of a Doty, to be honest. But I am scared of 3-drop elephant. So what I'm gonna do is ping myself again. Hello. I want to have white here and another white. Now I'll get rid of the wastes. Just play the tempo game. He mulled to 6, so there's a big chance that he doesn't have the 3rd land. There's the 2nd land. Rancor, sure. Another Duress would be fine for us, because we actually don't care about the Ray. Yep. That makes it even cheaper for us, right? Reflecting Pool. Yeah, we'll play that. I will hold back on this. Get in for 3. 4-turn clock. So now we will cast a ray on the Rancor. Elephant? Sure. Come on, like, yeah. That's a good draw. I will keep up the Lightning Bolt here. Because even if he has the next, like, he needs a green source, right? Even if he top decks a green source, he will target eventually the elephant or the Doughty, and I will bolt the one that he targets. Easy as that. And we have a 3-turn clock, whereas if we bolt the respective play, he has a 4-turn clock. Yeah, so now we will Lightning Bolts. And we are 1 turn ahead. He needs to attack here, right? If he holds back, this is a major mistake. We could have also like kept the lightning bolts and fired into his face, but this would be really like from a math perspective, like we take 5, we take 7, and then next turn we would be dead. So 3 plus bolt. So math is not playing out here. So we have plenty of life draws here. Plus we are ahead on clock for time being. Swords is a good draw. I mean, we change the clock if you play swords. So we no need to play swords right now. Got out a 6, sure. That doesn't change the clock. If this would be another elephant, then we would be in trouble. But we take 5 next turn, and he takes 3 and 3. So no need to play anything here. All right. Vindicate A. I think that's good to play it on the elephant, just to be double, triple safe. I think we can also play it on the Gemstone Mine, because with 2 black, he's just like, what can he have here in order to change this? Like, he can have a removal spell, but there's no card in his deck with 3 mana that's going to make this a lethal threat. And even though we still will be have access to, yeah, we will still have access to swords if everything breaks. But see how the Skittering Skirge, like the 3/2 flying, is really key in this matchup. He can have Rancor, which will get us down to 2, yeah. All right, mathematically it worked. Yeah, like the Ray was key here. Pernicious Deed is still fine. Do we want to change anything? Pyroblast, Disenchant, not the best calls. Yeah, I think we go from here. Like, still fine. Still fine. All right, final round. Let's go. Thran Quarry into Nimble Mongoose. If we can draw lands, this is a good hand. Nimble Mongoose into Nimble Mongoose, or Nimble Mongoose into Duress. We have Array. I think it's a tricky one, but we are under draw, so we'll keep. I don't want to go down to 6 here. Because we have life draws here, okay? Cabal Therapy in 2. If he names Nimble Mongoose, that would be awful. Like, really awful for us. God damn it. Seriously? Now we can't even play our land. Maybe that was a mistake. Like, I don't want to play Thran Quarry right now. Tough one. Tough one. Maybe that was a mistake. But of course, we lose against, like, only Cabal Therapy turn 1. And he needs to name Nimble Mongoose. Another land, please. Mox Diamond. Okay, at least that works, right? So Mox Diamond, pitch Thran Quarry, and we can get the rest going. God damn it. Rancor and Call of the Herd. We got Rancor covered. Sort of. We get this one covered. So we take the Call of the Herd. In my opinion, the best one to pick here. We can also bolt in response to him targeting the Drinker of Sorrow. There's the other Gemstone Mine. He has had triple Gemstone Mine. Yeah, mana is an issue for this deck. Like, I'm not a huge fan of the Thran Quarry. Because I have had so many, there's the Drinker. Okay, Gemstone Mine, that's a good one. We'll still keep the Bolt up. Like, he will target eventually with a Rancor, and then we Bolt. And I don't want to play Gerrard's Verdict just now, but next turn, Duress. Yeah, now I need to fire the bolts. But he makes us have it, right? So that's also fine. He will take the Verdicts. We can top deck a land and play Call of the Herd, shall we? He will play another Gemstone Mine probably. And then we know his hand is Rancor +2 unknown. +1 unknown. Come on, land. Why is there an upkeep stop, guy? The double Nimble Mongoose turn 1 is tough. That was a tough one for us. And he can play like Call of the Herd next turn. Which is annoying, so we need to Lightning Bolts, okay. Not the worst draw, but also not the best draw. Yeah, that's the Call of the Herd flashback. Yup. You got it. We will Bolt end of turn. Or do we? I don't think we do, because you will play Rancor next turn, yeah. I don't want to play the Mental Rod right away. We could have find a land, but next turn, like we will utilize our mana efficiently. Yeah, that's the ideal scenario for us, because now we get rid of the Rancor, which will fizzle, go into the graveyard. Now we can Mental Nodes. Draw an additional land, please. Draw another Mental Node. Mill 2 lands. Okay, so there we go. There's the land. There's the Call of the Herd. And now we got a clock going. And we have still this Ray of Revelation for potentially killing something like a really annoying card like Armadillo Cloak. What is this? Elephant? Black? You want to tap for black? Yeah. Bone Shredder, eh? Sure. That's okay-ish. Okay. So question, do we just go for the next Call of the Herd by just losing this one? Or do we wait, see what we draw? Because he has no pressure on board, right? We don't know his hand, obviously, but he has like one land. I think the best way to go here is Mental Note into land. Mental Note into Lightning Bolt, okay. Yeah. I think that's correct because he can't pay Echo. We got another removal spell. And eventually we will find a Skittering Skirge, right? Because, like, what is this? Doughty Slayer? Sure. We just get rid of it right away. Mox Diamond. Okay, now I will actually, like, I've waited long enough. Here's the Call of the... God damn it, Moto. I will tap for green. I want to tap for black, and I want to tap for random. Oh yeah, I can't. That's the mistake here from my end. It was not Moto, it was me. Green, white, random, call. I don't think he has a removal spell. He's on one land. If we draw any land, this is life again. Because every single land in our deck except Wasteland will make colorless, 5-color mana. Of course, if we draw Wasteland, even though we have two colorless mana, and then we can literally play anything with the Mox Diamond. He's playing so slowly, like he has 7 minutes on the clock versus us at 15. I don't think that there are so many options that he has, but who am I to judge? Okay, there's another land, 3 cards in hand. Duress, sure. Take the Ray. Make it live for us, because right now it's not live. Okay, he takes the Mox Diamond. Interesting. There's the City of Brass. That's a good draw. Because now all lands are live. This deck reminds me sort of the Legacy Delver deck, because it's basically the best cards in the format plus removal spells, right? Early interaction. Now we can flashback the Call of the Herd, which is insanely good. Can I please? So, guys, just for your own benefit, tap City of Brass first, all the time, because it's really annoying on Moto. Okay, now we got the clock going, and this should lock up the game, in my opinion. Like, the only thing that he can have is some kind of deed, but I don't think that he plays it. Verdict. I don't think we need to verdict. Like, I don't think he has a mass removal here. Does it work now? It works, okay. And we're playing this because, like, now he goes down to 5. And to blank 1 removal spell. Because if he has Smother, he can kill 1 of the elephant, but the other 2 are still lethal. So that's why I'm playing like that and not like playing Duress Verdict, if that makes sense. And that's the match. All right, guys, see you in the next round. All right, guys, here for the final round, and we are on the play. And this is a keep. Double call, Skittering Skirge, and removal plus mental note. It's fine. Could be better, but I think turn 1 mental note into turn 2 Skittering Skirge plus removal is okay-ish. And then if we get to the 3 mana, we can then deploy the Call of the Herd. So that's our game plan. Dark Ritual. Plague Spitter. Do we care about this? So it does 1 damage to everything. And if it dies, it deals another damage. They're down 2 cards. If I play Skittering Skirge next turn, like my clock, it's increasing the clock and I can bolt it. I need to bolt it right now. Because if I don't, and if I get rid of it, it deals 2 damage to everything. So yeah, here we go. Double black. There we go. Now we got our clock going. And mono black is really... Okay, that's a tough one. Mishra's Factory, okay. So now we can play Nimble Mongoose. I will play Nimble Mongoose with City. So now they got rid of like an Innocent Blood. Hopefully they don't have a second one. As mentioned. Like Innocent Blood is really good against us because this blanks every single removal spell, but it doesn't blank Innocent Blood like sacrificing effects. So they officially got rid of 2 of our threats. But they're down to 3 cards in hand, right? So got a Thran Quarry. I think like they're down 2 Innocent Bloods. I think what we're gonna do is play the Call of the Herd here. Because I assume like maybe they also have targeted removal and that would be really bad for our Thran Quarry, but we need to put pressure and also block the Mishra's Factory. Dark Ritual, sure. Spectre. Alright. If their deck is mono removal plus Hypnotic Spectre, we can't do anything about that at the moment. But they're left with 1 card in hand, so... If they will double block, I will just go for... Or they will trade with the Mishra's Factory is a bad thing for us. So I don't even think we can attack. Okay, so what I will do here is just Duress. Edict. I can't find anything here. So question being, I wanna, like, I'm losing this. If I don't find something from this mental node, which will be basically a Nimble Mongoose. Wasteland is fine. I don't want to lose this due to discard, so I will play it out. Moto has really some issues here. Takes a lifetime to deploy something. Yeah, we are getting rid of Thran Quarry. I'm not a huge fan, like I mentioned that in the previous games, that I'm not a huge fan of. Yeah, so we will Wasteland here. Take 2, lose probably the elephant. 50-50. Okay. Lightning Bolt off the top, Sword off the top. Counterspell is the worst draw ever in this scenario. Because even though we counter a play of his, it will mean that we lose this Gemstone Mine. Like consistency is a thing with this deck. I actually do like this. So if we draw a lightning bolt, okay, we don't. But we have another Gemstone Mine, so that's okay-ish. If we would have drawn a lightning bolt, we could get rid of both of these, which would be great. But now it gets really close on like just dying. So hopefully there's a removal spell. That's a Swords to Plowshares, which doesn't work because this doesn't die. But we'll play it out. I mean, odds are really not in our favors, but let's see. Tough one. So after this update of Moto, it seems like there's a big hiccup from both sides of things, because we saw that in previous games already. Yeah, 1 damage to everything, that's basically game. You concede here, go to the sideboard. All right. So we saw discard, we saw flying beaters, so I won't go in with that one. I like the divert in this matchup because they have, well, they had Innocent Bloods and Diabolic Edict. The only thing I can redirect is Diabolic Edict. So I don't know. I do like Gerrard's Verdict here. I do love the arena in this matchup. I don't really like the Duresses. Yeah, I think we go from here. I don't really like the counterspells either, but let's see. We're on the play, so hopefully that's a good hand that we can draw. Eh. So this can get rid of the Mishra. We do have Gemstone Mine, Reflecting Pool, Counterspell, and Vindicate. So we need to calculate with turn 1 discard, which I can counter. Yeah, I think we keep this one. Like it sets us up for, like it has a lot of answers. It sets us up for the Counterspell turn 1. So I will play the Mox Diamond. I will pitch the... Undiscovered Paradise, play a Gemstone Mine, leave up Counterspell. Of course, if he goes discard into Wasteland, okay. That's a tough one. But hey, it is what it is. I will play the Reflecting Pool, which doesn't do anything here. So we can't leave up Counterspell whatsoever. Like, the mana base in this deck is really challenging. But obviously, we're playing 5 color. Yeah, please do. Like, please Wasteland me. Yeah, okay, that's fine. So now we go Nimble Mongoose, Wasteland. Because if I draw another land, we can make this Vindicate work. And he's out of lands. Okay, take it. He kept the hand with double Wasteland, nothing else. I mean, Wasteland is pretty good against me, right? Don't get me wrong, but this seems a bit off. I wouldn't have kept that. There's a Reflecting Pool, which is the worst land to draw because it taps for colorless mana. Like, look at this. Look at these lands, right? Reflecting Pool and Wasteland combo. You got it. Innocent Blood. Duress, sure. I mean, the odd thing is that he's missing land drops, and even though he's missing land drops, we feel somewhat behind. Double Skittering Skirge, well, at least we got a tiny clock going here. I think in the next iteration I will definitely play 4 mental notes. Cabal Therapy. If he's naming Skittering Skirge, we're screwed because we drew another one. Counterspell. All right. I guess so many answers to my threats. Just brutal matchup. The wreck? Sure. Yeah, I could have. Okay, Thran Quarry is a good draw. So now we can Skittering Skirge. And crash in for 1. And now if he goes like creature into Cabal Therapy flashback, we at least got a Skittering Skirge out. Innocent Blood A. I will sack the Skittering Skirge actually. Because like if he has double Innocent Blood, fair enough, but okay. I will auto always yield. Okay. So here we can go with Duress U. Take the Diabolic Edict. We got Withered Wedge. Okay. And then I will crash in for 3. So we should win this clock, right? Like this race. Because he has double Withered Wedge, which doesn't do anything. Like he has it right here. We'll take 4. And now we just like take 1. Okay. Just get in there. Now he takes 6. Then he takes 4. Because he can eat stuff away. So now it's the math again, right? So if I path this after he exiles 2 of my, like if he spends his turn like getting rid of my cards, then it's fine. Okay, he will get off literally all the cards. So now his hand is, like, we know that he has another Withered Wretch. Sure. Like, we still got a 2-turn, like, he can't attack because otherwise we have a 2-turn clock. We have a Mishra's Factory covered. There's another wretch. So now we go down to 10. There's a counterspell, which is not ideal. So we attack for 3. Pass the turn. Like, if he spends his turn eating away my graveyard, that's fine. Like, we win this race at the moment. And we can still have the life draws of Lightning Bolt. Spectre. This is annoying. Like, I will counter that one. Take 2 damage in the process next turn. But what I can do is, like, if he attacks here with both, like, the math should be, yeah, this goes down up to 6 and then we have lethal. But now we don't. So we go down to 8. I will attack in the air. Close one, guys, close one. These are games that are somewhat interesting in my opinion. Yeah, so that's my game. So let's go to the third one. We saw that he has a lot of things that can, like, make my Nimble Mongoose seem awkward, but nonetheless, I only saw the edicts. Nothing targeted removal wise. Hypnotic Spectre A. Yeah, I think we're good. Good to go for the third game. All right. Yeah, I keep this. Okay. No turn 1 play. So I will play the Mox Diamond for sure, pitching a Gemstone Mine because we don't really care if this bounces to my hand. I will play... Do I play Nimble Mongoose? We have double Counterspell up. He has probably a Wasteland anyway. I think we played the Nimble Mongoose. I mean, he needs to have like exactly Innocent Blood. Of course, he probably plays 4 of those. But I'm fine with him spending the second turn to play Innocent Blood only. And we can play Mental Note. Like, of course, if he plays... Okay, there's a Mishra's Factory, that's fine. And no play, okay. I will play the Mental Note end of turn. And we got a Lightning Bolt, we mill a Lightning Bolt, we find the City of Brass, and there's more lands. I think right now what we want to do is play the City of Brass. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, no attack possible. Just leave up Counterspell. Now we can't leave up Counterspell because there's the Wasteland. I don't think he has a play, so I will just let that go. Okay. So now we have the Gemstone Mine. Ship the turn. Or do I? Because I think we can play Skittering Skirge here. I'm not too worried. Because if he has like Innocent Blood, he can get rid of 1 creature. There's the Spectre, that's fine. Mox Diamond. That's a nice one in my opinion. We can play that one. We actually pitched Thran Quarry. And I will trade this Skittering Skirge here, do I? Yeah. I want to trade here. That's fine. Because now we have double Counterspell plus a 3/3. Yeah. Get out of here. Get out of here. So now we play the Reflecting Pool. So many life draws here after that one. 3 damage. Counterspell again. Vindicate. The target is obvious, right? Target is obvious, guys. Love Vindicate. Best card ever. A bit too expensive, but it targets literally everything on the board. He has more. Okay. Bottomless Pit, sure. I don't care. Okay, that's a clock, but my clock is faster at the moment. It's easy for this deck to play his hands, so I will just play everything I got here because Bottomless Pit will make me discard anyway. So now if he doesn't find any solution to this Nimble Mongoose, and he's discarding as well. Okay, there it is. Take 3. There's another Nimble Mongoose. So we will trade with his factory there. He just played that, right? You just played that. You can try. You rather take 3, my friend. So, take 3, double Nimble Mongoose. Wasteland, sure. Take whatever you want. Take the Gemstone Mine, I don't care. Take the Reflecting Pool, sure. Okay, we take 3. There's the Wasteland. That's a good draw, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go. This should lock it up. Like that's an amazing draw. Like every single removal spell would have done it except for Swords. That would buy him another turn. But that should be game. Like there's no card that gets him out of that. Awesome. All right, we finished it up. All right, guys, now for the wrap up. So this deck is interesting, definitely. Like where it struggles a lot, and I will start with that, is the mana base, right? Even though I included 2 more lands than the official Etienne list, I think like it's really clunky, especially the Thran Quarry right here. Like this is a clunky card in my opinion because we only play Nimble Mongoose and Skittering Skirge and Call of the Herd, but if he gets rid of one of those creatures, and most of the time we found ourselves with 1 creature on the board, and if it just dies, then we're down a creature and a mana. So play that with caution. What I do like most is basically like in the next version I will include more mental notes, like 1 more, and probably get rid of a counterspell in the main because 3 is too much in my opinion. 3 is too many. I like the matches where we had the Phyrexian Arena. I do think that this card is better than the Sylvan Library, even though it requires 3 mana. But with the split of like having 23 lands instead of 21, I think that there is some consistency to it. Call of the Herd, favorite card, always shines in the format. 3/3 is good. And Skittering Skirge as well is MVP. So if you have like you don't need to play additional ones. Like we found ourselves in a situation once where we had two in hand, I think. So I think this deck is designed to only have one of those, and even though you have two, you can then trade more efficiently. Sideboard wise, I'm not 100% sold. Like we dodged like burn matchups at the moment, so blue elemental blast were not required. We dodged control as well, so I will try to get more test games going with this and the Pyroblast here. But having access to all of this, those colors, enables us to play the most efficient cards in the format. Pernicious Deed didn't shine in the matchups where we brought it in. However, I do think that Pernicious Deed is still a valid option even though we are playing so many permanents, like on turn 1 and turn 2, if we ever fall back, this is a way to like get back into the game, and I think it's really key to have in certain matchups, especially against Enchantress, for instance. That this is a card that shines where we have only 3, in future maybe 2 counterspells only. So we need to find a way to deal with his board. And then to build like go with pressure from there, because they also have elephant grass and stuff like that we need to get rid of. And I think only having Disenchant and Ray of Revelation is too few. Um, yeah, all in all, those were quite nice games. I will continue with the deck and make some tweaks around here and there, and then also like add in the comments what my final take will be. Um, Other than that, please like and subscribe to the Moxforge League. If you are not part of the Moxforge League, just take a look into the description below. And I'm really happy to record another session. The next session probably will tackle a mono black control deck or a green black prison deck. But for now, I will leave you with this one. Have a good one and see you next time. Cheers. Bye bye.